there's a lot that Nigeria can do for you. Yeah, there's that saying that do not think of what your country can do for you, but what you can do for the country. But it's a symbiotic relationship of sorts. Yes, your nation has to do something for you, but there are times you have to literally nudge the nation to do that thing for you. So this morning, call it a precursor to Valentine's. We want to talk about civic activism, in the sense of, calling leaders to account, speaking out, and ensuring that the right things are done. We don't just vote alone and go to bed and expect that the right things are done. No, we have to literally police the leaders, the system, such that it delivers to us up until a time where it can then self-regulate itself. And we have someone on the show who's been doing something in that nature. It's gotten into a little bit of trouble time and again, but he's still continuing. We have joining us the convener of Make Ogun State Great Again, Kayode Olawe, is right here with us in our Lagos studio. Good morning. Welcome to the program, sir.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for having me.
A lot of people know you on social media as a man who does recordings and says, you know what, this road should be fixed. This road is bad. It has been bad for this period of time. This governor, you need to fix the road. This person, you need to fix the road. And I'm wondering, how did you transition to that phase? Because for a lot of people, they say, just be quiet and don't speak up about these things. You may get in trouble. Just pray about it. But you have gone beyond prayer. How did you get to that point?
Thank you, sir. I say it began with a burden and a passion to do something that is more than sitting within the four walls of church. You see, the way we were brought up, we had to attend church every Sunday, take sermon, go back home, on routine like that. But I discovered that there are more to that. That if the church does not contribute to the well-being of the community, then we don't have right to exist as a church. So it has been a burden, nursing over the years, that if we are not useful to humanity, we don't take part in how our environment is being governed and run, then we have no reason to be in existence as a church. So over the years, I've been nursing that we must take part. We must be part of politics, part of governance. We must be useful. We are not just there thinking about heaven. If it is all about heaven, then we should have gone by now. So we are here. Why can't you contribute to how this environment will be better for all of us? So that is the passion that pushed me. So for context, in case a lot of people are wondering, maybe I know this face. Let's show you one of his videos. A lot of people know you as Pastor Kayode Olawe online. So I'll show you one of his videos where he highlights particularly terrible road infrastructure in Ogun State. I mean, look at this road. This is a road in a state. It's not in the hinterlands in that sense. No. So you've highlighted some of these roads. Maybe we can take a listen to some of those things. But I'm very curious, in your journey, yes, sir,
how much of roads, terrible roads, have you uncovered, if you're keeping count? And what is primarily the reason that you found out for us to still keep having terrible roads in 2025, 2026?
That's right.
So how many and why, if there's any reason you found?
Now, I began this work officially October 7 last year. And to date, I post at least 2 impassable roads every day.
Sorry, 2 every day?
2 every day. Since October 7 till yesterday, I posted 2 impassable dead trap road.
So that's 5 months, give or take.
Yes. So
5 times 30, just rough estimate.
Just look at that.
That's 150 times 2,
just look
300.
At that. And I have not covered half of those places in Ogun State.
What? Has there been any reason? Why? Have you found out? Why?
Yes, I think it has to be because of the unwillingness on the part of our political leaders and lack of understanding of leadership. Many of them don't understand that you are there to better the life of others. It seems we see politics as business. Let me make what I can make and get out of here. There's no passion for people. There's no passion for how do they live, how do they survive. We don't think about how people we enjoy their life. We just get their vote, sit in the office, sit on their location, spend the fund, count the years, get out of the place, and leave it like that. So this thing did not happen today. This is just the accumulations of what has been since.
Let's listen to this one.
Yes.
Just listen and then we'll be back for more.
Able to fight to do community again, so they are stuck here, and I want to take you inside so that you can see how it is. Can I even have one Okada man? Please, can I have Okada? Please come. Hey. These are the Okada people here, please. Look at them. At least on the knee. In the shed. Injector. 1,000 from Mr. Lokada to do this road. Oh, you're under Ogun State. Do you see your governor? What about the local government? What about the local government? What about the rep? They don't remember you at all.
Even the flood, you go, oh, she better buy you, oh, better lay you.
Because there's no rain.
Yeah, they will not be able to pass.
Enter. You see, this is 13th of November. The rain has almost gone. If it rains here, everywhere we are standing here, it says nobody can pass. And these people are under Ogun State. Local government does not take care of them. As of rep, nobody comes here, and they are only here. Can you see this rain? Can you see now? Okay, let's go forward inside and see how it is.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So we are going inside. We want to see how the community look like. I was told inside the community, they have a secondary school and they have a tertiary education. Both of them are not functioning again. Their students or pupils don't go to school again, and government seems to have neglected them, and they are under a government, Ogun State government. Please, let's go inside and see that primary school, that tertiary education. And of course, I want to meet some individual there.
So we reached out just to get a balance for this conversation to the Commissioner for Works, the government generally in Ogun State, just to help us get a better understanding. This is not targeted at any state. I can tell you we can go around the country and find this situation. But particularly for this one, we're told that the Commissioner is not around, and we hope that when he's around, he's able to join us on the program. But Bukola, to you now.
Well, it speaks to the potency of citizen journalism. This may not be efficacy now, because if I asked Pastor Kayode how much feedback you have received in terms of a response of the Ogun State government to those areas where you have drawn attention to. Sometimes, government will present an excuse of, prioritization of certain areas in terms of resources available. But if we multiply the number of places you have been to by the duration, then we'll have quite a number. So what feedback have you gotten so far in terms of response of the Ogun State government to the areas where you have visited? But first, tell us the location of the last two videos that we watched.
Okay, the last one was called Konifewu at Ajibode. Ajibode is under Ado-Duota local government. That community used to be a beautiful place, economically vibes, years past. That bridge you saw used to be a very beautiful road. It wasn't like that. The bridge was there, the road was there 10 years, 12 years ago. But because of neglect on the part of the government, the thing began to go down, and the community could not handle the power of the flooding. So the whole thing began to go down. On that time, November last year, the rain was almost gone. It was the bike people that contributed money to make that wooden bridge. At the back of that bridge, you now see that village called Konifewu Ajibode. The schools were gone. In fact, I met with the owner of the secondary school. The woman told me that during rainy season, it is the rain that determines the time they will close. So the moment they see the sign of rain, they must close. Because once it rains, that bridge will be impassable. And the bridge has taken some puppies away. It has been as bad as that.
Bridge has,
when the rain comes,
died.
yes, when the rain comes, you see heavy flooding. So they have lost some puppies. So the moment they see sign of rain, yes, puppies. The moment they see sign of rain, we are closed, and it's under a government.
What local government is that?
Ado-Duota local government. That's Adodo's local government.
Because I want to go and check how much is the allocation.
So
Yes.
Before we cannot talk about the state level.
Thank
the
you, sir.
community prior to that one, where's that one?
That was Alakpako. That's along Ojajoko, at the back of Ojajoko. You see, that one is under E4, local government. That's Alakpako. Those people, you see that man talking there, he was almost crying. He said, we are finished. We don't know how to survive any longer. We can't handle this rate. We can't do this problem. He was appealing to the government, begging everyone. And you see that everywhere. Everywhere.
So has this compelled action? What feedback have you got?
Amazingly, the first feedback I got were attacks. My team and I were terribly attacked. And I was surprised because I didn't expect that.
What kind of attack are you talking about?
Number one, we got verbal attacks. The governor data boys came online, began to attack us. I was surprised because I expected that they would feel they will have the sympathy. I felt, we have to do something. I got attacked. And the next thing I got was that I was invited by DSS. I said, DSS, for what? For what? I was invited. It was a little bit, I went. I was there for 6 hours. I came back psychologically brutalized.
What did they invite you for?
In fact,
No. They invited you for 6 hours. You were sitting. I know it's not everything you can put out on TV.
Thank you, sir.
But what was the reason for invitation? Because if you call me, you need to give me a reason why you're inviting me. What was the reason?
Yours sincerely, it is difficult for me to tell. I've been there 3 times. And up to now, I kept asking.
You've been there 3 times?
3 times. Why? Because I put it across to them. Have I broken the law? Am I a security threat? Can't you see my videos? What have I done? They couldn't tell me you have done this and this and this. But with the way I was handled, you come back from that place and you almost lost your confidence. You felt like you shouldn't do this anymore.
So what kind of question did they ask you? The ones you can say on TV?
If you allow me, maybe, for example, they were trying to find out who is sponsoring me.
Okay.
I could remember that question over and over. I said, must somebody sponsor me for this? What do I spend to do this? I use my phone to record.
So nobody's
sponsoring me. I'm not spending money than to be on bike, to be site. And from the place, bike dropped me back to where I'm coming from. Even the community will say, let's give you money for friends. What friend? You that has taught me to live. So I'm not spending much than on transport. So who is sponsoring me? I use my phone. I don't have a drone for whatever yet. So, but they kept asking, it's okay, are you working for a political person? Say, at this level of my house, somebody be pushing me to do this. So I can't tell you.
I have seen some of your videos, and I don't know whether it's a strategy, whether it's because of the threats or the attacks, as you call it in this sense. So I know that in your videos, the very cap you wear, Jesus,
yes,
because you're a pastor, but I also see that you wear a shirt that has the face of the president.
That's right.
So are you, because I know that you go to some roads and you praise the federal government for their intervention. I think I saw one road you did one time.
Yes.
For that, you praise the president. Then you go to other roads, and then the Ogun state government, like some people say you're the weapon fashioned against Dakwa Abiodun. That's on a lighter note anyway. So you go and talk about those roads and all of that. So that's why we're asking whether you're being funded or being backed by anyone in that sense. But where I'm going to with my question, is it a strategy for self-protection that you carry on supporting the president to do this work? Because I see that you support the president.
For me, I sat down, I studied this presidency or president. I look at his policies. For the first time in the history of this nation, we have a president who is fighting for the people at the grassroots. That thing moved me a lot. He was not just saying it, he was acting it. Look at the Supreme Court judgment 2024 in favor of local government autonomy. Because the greatest problem we have in this country is that governance does not get to the grassroots. And governance can never get to the grassroots without local government being at work. So local government chairpersons, many times, they are just like employees of the governor. They don't have the fund. to go to the localities and reach out to the people. So when the man said, if I began to study, is it just saying it the way they used to say it? But I saw that the president kept hammering on it. There was a place he was speaking to the governor. He said, when you are looking for vote, you go to the grassroots. After the vote, you come and stay in Abuja. Go back to them. Let local government have the one. He kept saying it. Up to last year, December 19, he still called the governors and told them, if you don't allow the government to work, I will send the allocation to them directly. So I saw a president that has a heart for the people. And I feel like, okay, let me key to this. Let me sell this policy.
So my next question is, what has the Ogun State government in any way, because you're popular on social media, I see you on social media, so I want to believe that the people that work with Dakwa Abiodun, the governor, I'm sure they know their work. They should have noticed you as well, because it's bad image for the government that the roads are in a terrible state. I'm sure he's done other roads, but the ones you highlight are very bad and very poor. Have they called you? Have they invited you? Just tell us what you know.
That's another surprise. I've never been invited. I've never been called. The only thing I got from them was abuse, insult, attack.
So have they ever, I know that there was one time you did with your people you were talking about, I think about 120 roads, I can remember, that are in a very terrible state.
That's right. So
since you started, you said it started when? October 7, 2025?
That's right.
2025. So this is about 5 months in.
That's right.
So some of the roads you highlighted, let's use the 120 or 100, because you're doing what a citizen should do, call the attention of government to solve a problem that is of common good if it's resolved. Have they gone to those places, any of the roads, to fix it? At least 1 or 2 or 3?
In fairness, they have made attempt. For example, I was at Yanalogbo. Yanalogbo is Abeokuta Express Road, major road, Yanalogbo. The road had been done 4 times by the Ogun State government. After 3-5 months, the road will go back to the way it was. And I was there, I was so curious. Why? Until we discovered that the materials have been inferior. So I kept shouting. And December last year, I saw these graders, excavators, and stones everywhere. Somebody called me and said, Pastor, they are working there. So I rushed to the place and I met with the engineers. Wow, I was happy. I said, Governor, thank you. Thank you. I made the video, please. All my fans help me to appreciate the governor. And truly, the work started. So we have seen that on 1 or 2 occasions. We have seen that, but yet the willingness to really make a change is not there. It's not there. Sometimes they start the war, you see the pace so slow. At times they abandon the site. At the middle of the war, disappear. Say, why did you leave this place again? So the willingness has not been there. In fact, with the body language of our governor, it's like he's not ready to do anything.
Wow. I must say that this conversation is also to encourage people to speak up. You have your mobile device, you have at least your social media platform. You can actually speak up and nudge government to do the right thing. Whether you are in Ogun State, or you are in Abia State, or you are in Katsina, you actually are the government in that sense, because democracy is meant to be government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So without the people, there shouldn't be any government. And on a lighter note, when people see the president's picture on your shirt and they see your face cap that has Jesus, they think, are you saying that if the president doesn't protect you, that at least Jesus will protect you?
Well, you'll be right, because I also discovered that having the president picture on me give me a level of protection. People feel like Apostle Paul said, I appeal to Caesar. And when he appealed to Caesar, the power that be at that time couldn't touch him again. Because they felt, if you touch this man, he has appealed, said, unto Caesar you will go. So I discovered that in my journey so far, they feel like, if you touch this guy, the president might react. Because I'm strictly acting on the policy of the president. I'm strictly acting on this policy.
There are those who will disagree with you on this, the president's policy. and I'm sure you've come across that a lot. And they will point to the security across the country, particularly what looks like it's coming down south now. We've seen incidents of kidnappings in your state, Ogun State. So they will disagree and say, well, we've looked at it and we don't exactly agree with you in that sense. So I wonder, do you look at some of his policies and also look and say, well, these are areas I think that you must improve on? Because I think you represent someone who can speak truth to power. And it doesn't mean that you hate the person.
That's right.
It doesn't mean that you are against government. You should be able to sit someone down and say, well, I appreciate you in this area, but in this area, you are not doing well. So do you look at the president's policies and say, some of these areas I don't agree with you?
You see, the fact remains that no human being can solve all the problem. The day we understand that no matter how good a person is or an administration, it can't solve all the problem. That is why government is a continuum. But because of our emotion and sentiments, when someone is wrong in one area, we take it to all other areas. So for me, I like to look at which one are you doing where. Let me capitalize on that. He's a human being. He's not an angel. Even God has not satisfied all of us. If the throne of God is something we can compete for, some will have voted against God. That's true. God, you are not good enough. God, you are biased. You are biased. So, human being, we can't satisfy all of us.
So you see some good things there.
So some good, and I want to stay with that.
What about the governor of Ogun State? Do you see some good things?
The governor of Ogun State, my oh my. Like you said, I have nothing personal against him. I voted for him. I campaigned for him.
Oh, really?
And I'm not a member of any political party.
Oh, you voted for Dr. Abiodun?
I voted. I campaigned.
I think you're doing the right if you voted and you're put
I see my picture.
Follow your votes.
I see my pictures at my picture at home. I see I have a cap. I have an organization for him. I call it Dr. Abiodun Support Organization.
And you were not bankrolled for that organization?
I wasn't. In fact, the first time I attended the meeting, the man is at E4. But at the meeting, one of the chieftains saw I brought pastors. I said, we want to be part of governance. We don't want to sit on the fence anymore. We want to be part. The man look at you pastors. So after we discussed, we're about to go. The man brought out money. I said, we brought our car and we have fuel. So the man said, this is the first time I will see those that come for this and they don't collect money. So I voted, I campaigned. I organized prayer meeting for my governor. I still have my records. I put together hundreds of people. Let's pray for him. Let's pray for him. But
how do you feel now that he's in your? Because as far as we are concerned, as far as what you're showing the world is concerned, Dr. Abiodun, the governor, is doing a terrible job at governance.
Yes.
As far as your point of view is concerned.
Yes,
so if you were to speak to him, because he's watching, his people will be watching.
That's right.
We expect his commissioners to come. Let's have their own side of the story as well, because that's what fairness and objectivity is really all about. What do you have to tell him?
I will tell him in sincerity that, Your Excellency, allow the 20 local government to function. Allow them. No matter how good or strong you are, you can't touch all this local government as a person. Allow your local government to be effective. Let their allocations get to them and monitor them. Let them give you feedback. Within 1 year that he has left, he will change the game. He will write the name in gold. Sincerely yours, if he can allow local government to work. For example, now, rain is coming. If rain season comes and meet Ogun State the way it is, a lot of things will go wrong, sir. So I will tell him, please, let the local government be functional. Let them be functional. Let them get this equipment to give people local roads. Let them keep drainages. That's all. If he can do that, within 1 year, he will be the best governor. And then we will be out again, singing his praises. He will do it, because we don't have anything personal against him. We just want him to succeed. That's all.
And your point about, the need for local government to work, not just in Ogun State, now across the Federation, brings to mind what happened in Ogun State some 2 years back.
That's right.
When the chairman of Ijebu East blew a whistle,
that's right,
alleging that the state government was diverting local government funds.
That's right.
For which he was prosecuted.
That's right.
We don't know the conclusion of that case now, but 2 years down the line, local governments are what you say they are, based on your report, and we can back them up with videos that we're watching now.
That's right.
So my question really is, in your work, in bringing to light these issues, do you interact with local governments, or you just present the decay in infrastructure as they are? Do you call to mind the local governments while you're doing what you're doing? And what do you find to be the state of local governments in Ogun State?
Thank you, Ma. I really tried to get in touch with local government chairpersons, but I later advised myself against it because of what I saw. I saw that this local government are under a very serious siege. They couldn't talk, especially the one you just mentioned. The name is Honorable Wale Adedayo. 2 years ago, the man voiced out. If I wrote a letter to one of the godfathers of the governor, that see, we are just sitting in the office doing nothing. Our location is not getting to us. Please release this money. You knew the story. The man was taken to police. He was harassed. He was detained. Then before the man returned, the councillor that were all suffering together with him, they impeached him. So the man went home 2 years ago. But the man still present. He went to the court. Although his tenure has expired. Last year, December, they went to review the judgment, and they came out with the findings that the man was unlawfully impeached. So the man was given 30 million naira in damages, but the man's at home. He said that's gone. So because of that, none of the local government could voice out. I met with one or two of them. They begged me to stay away from them so that I don't implicate them.
Can you mention those local governments?
It will be fine to mention them. I decided to just keep it so that I would not truly implicate
Put them in problems.
But they told me, they said we had what other local government chairmen are doing in other states. For example, look at Lagos, who has become a twin state with Ogun State. Look at the wonders the government are doing. Look at the wonders. Constructing roads, giving street lights, empowerment in Lagos State.
You express support for the president, and you've even done so here, besides, the trademark T-shirt that you put on. Do you see the president backing up his voice support for local government administration with action to demand, beyond telling the governors, I can issue an executive order? Do you expect more from the president in that area, regardless of which political party is holding power in any state?
That is why we need to make a special appeal to the president to intensify, pressurize this governor, and do what you say you will do. He has said it, but he has not done it. He said he will ensure that he will channel the allocation directly to them. He hasn't done that, and that's why we are worried. He hasn't done that. Even though he kept talking about it, but he hasn't done it. Because once he does it, we will see the effect. Then we'll now go to the local government, from each local government, and ask them, please do this thing for us. So he hasn't done it.
Well, this has been a very interesting conversation. I must say that looking through some of the comments online to this conversation, someone was telling one of our viewers online on our YouTube chat that, some of these issues, go and ask your governor. And the person quoted you and said, see, Pastor Kayode that asked his governor, DSS invited him. So please, what do you have to say to people who are scared of speaking up? And now they hear your case and hear that you've even been to DSS not once, not twice, 3 times. Maybe they even have a special...
I never have anything they are telling you.
So what do you tell people that in spite of this, you must speak up?
I think I want to take time to educate our people that fear is evil. Once you are quiet, you are already, done for. The reason why we are in this mess is because we are quiet. We are too quiet. We are afraid.
As a people.
As a people. And we don't know that power belongs to us. We put them in office. They will come to us when they want our vote. They beg, they beg, they beg. And then we give them the vote. And when they begin to do wrong, we say, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. We need to deliver ourselves from that mental slavery. Mental slavery. I was in a place yesterday. I saw the work that is being done. You will see massive work. They were making drainage. Got in a place. But the community sent for me that this drainage they are making is wrong. They have abandoned the whole normal drainage. They were now making it at the middle of the road. In that way, the 2 lanes will now become one. So I was there. I saw it. I said, And they have done a lot. I said, this is wrong.
That's engineering wonder.
Engineering, what is the way the leader says no? I called the community leaders. They come. I want to make a video. I want to explain. You to tell me. They said no. Don't let them see our face. Oh, I said they do. They said they made the engineers. That see, we have a drainage already. You have abandoned it. You now take 50 feet into the road. The engineer said, if you followed your drainage, we are going to demolish some properties, and we don't have enough fund to pay them. So we have to make a new one here that has no obstruction. Can you see that? And because of that, you are now making 2 lanes to become 1. Returning a state to 90 watts now.
Wow.
Can you see? The place is called Ogun. From Ifo, Ogun, there are 38 communities along that line, down to Ilaro. I see how the video I have not posted because I was there yesterday. So people should speak out. Nobody, even if they arrest you, they will leave you. Once you don't do anything wrong. So we should speak out.
We have to
speak out.
Thank you so much. Honestly, we could go on and on with this conversation. I must say that other states were coming for you. Because that's the idea. We're in Ogun today. You don't know what state will be tomorrow, so we won't let the cat out of the bag.
So we're encouraging everyone, whichever local government you're in Nigeria. Pastor Kayode is at the vanguard of this matter. And we are behind you.
Thank you, sir.
As journalists.
And you're self-funded, by the way.
Yes.
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 No one has given me a dime.
So, you know, there's a tax law now.
Thank you, sir.
There's a tax law in place where everybody has to file, except even when you're exempted, you still have to file. So the government is really looking into our books. So it is now time for us to use our bazookas legally to look into their affairs. So thank you for what you do. You have the journalist backing. As long as you're doing this objectively, fairly, and all of that, you have our backing. That's why we have invited the government to come as well. So we're using you as let me speak a spiritual word, a point of contact.
Thank you.
To talk to other citizens to do what you're doing, and we can make Nigeria better.
That's right.
Nigeria can be better.
That's right.
I'm curious.
Kayode.
Is this
wow?
is this ministry money you're using or personal
Not
money?
at all. It's personal money.
Not tight enough.
I'm not even spending much on this thing. It's not costing me much.
Because we need to put all those questions out. Because people have said a lot of things. So it's your personal money.
That's right.
That you're using.
That's right.
Pastor Kayode Lawoye, Kayode. You should have sat on that side, so they don't say I'm biased. We have to thank you so much. This is not targeted at the government. As I said earlier on, we reached out to the Ogun State government for representation. In fact, we reached out to the Commissioner of Works, but we're told that he's not available, and we hope that we can have that other side to the conversation. But as we said, other states, we are coming for you. Nigeria must work, and we will not keep quiet. Pastor Kayode Olawoye, convener, Make Ogun State Great Again. He has the president's shirt inside, by the way. Two-factor authentication. The president and Jesus. Thank you for your time.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
We'll take a moment now. When we return, we'll walk through all of the big stories making the rounds across board and what you have been saying as well before we get into our Valentine's or Galentine's special. Stay with us.